It's now 12:47 p.m. afternoon, and today is 29th of September 2025. I'm traveling from YING Hotel, which is at Guangzhou city center. I'm traveling northwards to KAISERDOM Hotel, which is quite near to the BAIYUN International Airport. Now, why I wanted to shift my hotel after about 14 days at YING Hotel is that up north at my new hotel, which is a KAISERDOM Hotel, it is near to the Guangzhou BONKI Snow Ski Center at SUNAC Mall. So that's where I can practice and learn my snow skiing. Alright. Actually, I already learned ice skating for a few years, which is no problem for me. I can do the spins and jumps, but for snow skiing, this is my first time. So I wanted to have more time to go through the snow skiing. That's why I decided to book a hotel, KAISERDOM Hotel, nearer to the snow ski center. This new hotel I'm going to, KAISERDOM Hotel, it is a Haitu Boulevard. It is a 3-star hotel. Right, I'm gonna use this KAISERDOM Hotel as my new base to travel tourist places which are more to the north. Example, the snow ski center and the GULONG waterfall at QINGYUAN. The Gulang Gorge waterfall is outside Guangzhou city. So that's what I'm doing now. It's very tough, because I have 57 kilos of luggage to carry. Previously, when I was going from the BAIYUN airport to the YING Hotel at the Guangzhou city center, I tried to save money by taking the metro train from the BAIYUN airport towards the YING Hotel at city center of Guangzhou. But then it was very tough because I was carrying 57 kilo luggage bags, 2 hard luggage bags, 1 backpack and 1 personal bag. And I realized that at certain subway stations there is no elevators. Elevators is only at certain stations, so I had to carry the 57 kilo luggage bags up and down the staircase. That was very tough for me. But when so this time I'm going to use the Didi car, which cost me 150 yuan, which is Singapore 28 or US 21, to get from YING Hotel at the city center of Guangzhou to travel northwards to KAISERDOM Hotel. So that's my plan today, and I hope to enjoy the scenery as I travel northwards in this Didi car. In case you're wondering why I carry so much luggage, 57 kilo by myself alone, it's because I prefer not to send my laundry often to the laundry shops. So for the 29 days stay, I brought 18 sets of pants, 18 sets of shirts, 18 sets of socks, 18 sets of underwear, and also carried my mini computer. The CPU is very small, but the computer monitor screen was quite big because I hate to do work on a very tiny screen. I need a big screen, so that was a bit heavy. And I have also my cameras, my cell phones, and many other accessories, so that add up to about 57 kilos. Now this KAISERDOM hotel is a 3-star hotel. I'm going to stay for 15 days, and it cost me Singapore dollar $15 per day, which is US $12 per day, and I booked it online, so I'm going to see how it looks like. Just remember that the KAISERDOM hotel room is 16 meters square floor area, which is quite acceptable, quite good for me. I think 16 meters square, that's good enough for one person. So for my laundry, my plan is every 14 or 15 days I will either get laundry shop or look for someone who's willing to help me wash my laundry. Of course not for free, I will pay a certain fee to find someone who's willing to help me wash my laundry, or look for a laundry shop. So this way I will get to wear new sets of pants, shirt, underwear and socks every day. Okay, I'm never ever going to wear the same shirt or pants or underwear or socks twice in a row. That's too yucky, okay? Because every day when I go out I actually sweat, right? So I cannot wear the same set of clothes twice in a row. Once I just wear it once, I just chuck it aside to be washed at a laundry shop all together after about 14 or 15 days. So that's my plan. I'm not going to waste time washing the clothes myself every day. That's simply too troublesome. Take a look at those high voltage electric lines and electric towers. Most power stations are located outside the city, especially if the power station was using coal or gas or oil, or if the power station was from a waterfall, it will be likely far away from the city. So to get the electricity from the power station to the big cities, they need these high voltage electric lines and the tall electric towers where they will transport the electricity, which is at very high voltage, maybe like 100,000 over volts. They will transfer to the big cities. Okay, and these high towers, they will have insulators to support those high voltage electric lines, and then when they get to the big cities, they will have those transformers to reduce the voltage to a safer value to be used at the factories, shops and the houses. Even power stations from the windmills or from the solar panels are usually sited far away from the city centers, because this kind of power stations that use wind or solar, they will need a lot of area, right? And then the land in the city center, of course, is expensive. So that's why they need the long distance high voltage lines to transport the electricity from far away power stations to the city center. Generally, the cost for DD transport, okay, DD is equivalent to Grab car or Uber, right? But in China they use DD. Generally the cost for DD car ride is much cheaper in China, because in China, especially if it's electric car, the energy is very low. Why? Because they charge it from electric socket, and then in China quite a lot of electricity is produced using the energy from the waterfall, from solar, from wind, right? And all these are renewable energy, so the cost is much cheaper, a lot cheaper. That's why the monthly electricity usage in China is usually very low. I mean the cost. And likewise, because many of the cars are using electricity, taken from a battery, right? And then they got energy, the battery got energy from charging from a socket. And because electricity is cheap, so the transport cost for the DD electric car is also very low, much lower than other countries like Singapore, for example. Like if I for a very short trip, it may cost me only $2 to $4 Singapore, $2 to $4 in Guangzhou city in China. But if I go to Singapore for the same trip, instead of $2 to $4, it may cost me $10 to $15. So that's a huge difference, huh?
Mais mariage a passé à la assez mal comme qu'il y a à Lille, papa qui était ça va la mkachi. Dans le foka une semaine avant mariage, on a tout fait mariage. Mais pas qu'il mariage à du quoi que papa a la fiche à Boana qui met qu'à tel mariage à Merci. Asma tu es la mkachi daloni.
I have finally arrived at the KAISERDOM Hotel. The pleasant, pretty looking lady, China lady in blue uniform, is one of the hotel reception staff. Because her English language is not very good, while she can speak fluent Chinese Mandarin, while the black African lady can only speak in English language. So I decided to go between them and I became the translator. I know she's using the translator on the phone, but then it was still not very clear, the communication between both the China lady, hotel reception, and the black African lady. So I just helped them to translate. The African lady was looking for a private car to bring her to somewhere, probably at Guangzhou city. And because the black African lady doesn't know how to use the WeChat Pay or the Alipay app to order a DD Grab car, so instead the blue uniform reception lady managed to contact the DD car on her phone, and then I became the translator to help both parties communicate. I translated between English language and Chinese Mandarin, so that both the blue uniform China lady is able to communicate clearly with the black African lady. Okay, and then eventually when the DD car came, the black African lady got into the DD car. Of course, the hotel will earn a bit of commission in the process. But for me, I was just happy to help both parties to get things done. I'm so hungry already after the long journey from the other hotel, so I decided to go into a nearby restaurant to order a big plate of meat dumplings, and I slowly enjoy my afternoon meal. I skipped breakfast and I skipped lunch because I was too busy packing up my luggage bags to get to from one hotel to the other hotel. So this is my first meal, big plate of meat dumplings. Because I bought some extra clothes, some extra winter clothes, or rather winter long sleeve thick shirts. So I had a problem closing my luggage bags. Okay, my problem closing the luggage bags was because I bought a lot of extra clothes for snow skiing. So this means my luggage bag was so full that I had problem closing it earlier on. Anyway, that's it. But when the DD car came just now, I managed to stuff everything into all my luggage bags. Okay, so now what I'm doing now is I'm exploring the area around the KAISERDOM hotel, and I discovered that this area is not like Guangzhou city center where there's so many people. No, this place is quite quiet, not many people, and the shops, this place looks like an industrial town, either a warehousing or industrial town with factories and repair shops. Okay, I don't see that many people here. They are either industrial workers or people working in the warehousing or repair shops. Just now I saw some fruit shops along the street, and I also saw a supermarket just now, which is great because that means I can buy some fruits and bring it back to the hotel to cut the fruits myself. Example, oranges, bananas, apples, pears, grapes, mangoes. I really need fruits because if I don't eat fruits every day, I'm going to fall sick. I'm not going to feel good. That's why I have to always look for fruit shops and bring fruits to the hotel room every few days. It's much cheaper to buy the fruits and cut it yourself rather than to buy fruits which are already ready cut.
13块8包括汤、饭、粥、粉、面、菜，干净卫生，好吃不贵，美味实惠。13块8，既能吃饱又能吃好，欢迎大家光临。本店本着以人为本、顾客至上的经营理念，现特推出全天候13块8一位自助餐。另外，晚上8点饭后11元一位更喜吃。
When arriving at a new hotel, it's always essential to explore the surroundings, the places around the hotel for about half a day. So at least you know where are the restaurants, the place to buy fruits, the supermarkets, and so on. So at least you know where to go if you need certain things. I'm not sure why some people can go for holiday for just 2 or 3 days, because just the traveling to the hotel already half a day gone, and then half a day to get used to the area around the hotel. Then also you need like half a day to unpack your things. Then when you're going to leave end the vacation, you need another half a day to pack your things, right? So you only have a 3 days vacation. By the time you do all the whatever need to be done. There's only left 1 day to play and to and to try the tourist attractions. So that's why I feel that if those people who book just a 3 days holiday, usually it's either very rushed or you can't really do much. I ever saw a Korean YouTuber, right? I think it's a couple. They traveled from Korea, South Korea to Manila, I think only for 1 or 2 days. So how they spend the time, because it's so rushed, right, so short the time, only 1 or 2 days, is their entire vacation was just breakfast, lunch and dinner at Manila and then fly back to South Korea. So that means they actually book an air ticket, fly to Philippines just only to show themselves eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. They don't have time to visit anything and then fly back again and then just tell everybody, look, I have traveled to Manila, Philippines. But actually they only spend their time eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. They didn't even really visit any tourist attraction or interesting places, just only go all the way to another country only to eat lunch, to eat breakfast, lunch and dinner, that's all, and fly back again. Which I thought was quite funny. Well, in the end they didn't really do anything.
好消息，好消息！13.8块美味自助餐，盛大来袭！大家走过路过千万不要错过，只要13.8，
请您放心食用。我们更注重每一道菜的品质，餐餐提供几十道菜供你选择，想吃什么选什么就吃什么。来此地让你觉得餐餐不再是简单的应付，而是极致舒心的享受。快点来品尝吧！谢谢大家，祝大家好运连连，生活甜甜。好消息，好消息！10元美味自助餐盛大来袭，大家走过路过千万不要错过，只要10元，10元一位，10元一美食，点不会后，吃多少都可以，10元
Another funny situation is where some people book, they go through a tour agent, right? So what happened is the tour organized by a tour agent, whereby they go to maybe like Europe, right? And in Europe they go to, let's say, 5 countries in 5 cities in 5 days. Yeah, can you imagine how terrible that is? I mean, it's like, maybe it's like good to show off to people, look, I traveled to 5 cities in 5 countries in Europe. But it sounds very impressive, but actually they do it in, let's say, 5 days, right? So in that 5 days they spend maybe 90% of time traveling, switching from plane to plane or train to train, you know, or car to car, and then packing and unpacking, packing and unpacking as you move from hotel to hotel, 5 different hotels in 5 cities in 5 countries. So in the end, what happened is that they actually don't see anything at all. 90% of the time was spent packing their bag, unpacking their bag, catching the train, catching the car, catching the plane, and then they only spend like 10% of the time actually enjoying the scenery or enjoying the places. So you just can imagine, you go to a beautiful place and then you maybe such a rush, right? Each country only has 1 day, or each city has only 1 day to explore. So after you have explored arrive at the hotel, you explore the place, then you only left a very short time to actually visit the fun places. So maybe this person maybe go to the ski center, he go in, maybe change the clothes, wear the ski clothes, put the locker, all the things, and then after that go inside, play for half an hour, then bye and go to the next city and the next country. It's quite like, I don't know, it's quite amusing to me lah. For me, I'd rather go to one city and just stick there, one city 29 days, and I cover maybe like in 29 days maybe I cover 27 different places in that one city, you know what I mean, and each At each place I go to, I spend like 5 to 8 hours or 5 to 10 hours. I thought that was a lot more productive and not so funny, because I'm really enjoying my time at one place. I'm not in a rush. You see, I see a beautiful scenery, I just hang there for a long time looking at the beautiful scenery. I'm not rushing. I take my own sweet time. See, that's why I like this tour that I organize myself instead of through a tour agent that packs so many things in so few days. One good thing about staying at this KAISERDOM hotel is that it's so near to the airport. It's so near to the BAIYUN airport. It's just about, I think about maybe 12 to 15 minutes to get to the airport. So on my day of leaving, which is the 14th of October, it will take me just only a few minutes to get to the airport, which is wonderful. But the thing that is not good about this KAISERDOM hotel is it's quite far from the city center. Okay, want to get back to Guangzhou city center, I have to take a Didi car from this hotel to the airport, where there's a metro station below, and then from there I will take the metro train to the Guangzhou city again. Right? So if I want to get back to Guangzhou city, it's a bit troublesome here. I mean, staying at this hotel here. But to go to the airport from here is very convenient. I went upstairs since it stated there's a KTV shop upstairs, so I was going up to check it out to see if there was anything, but no, it's just a mess upstairs. I think the KTV is closed already, so I came down again. You can see there's many street carts here selling cooked food and also selling fruits. Usually at the street carts that are placed along the road, the price is cheaper. You can get food for maybe $1, Singapore 150, maybe I think like 10 yuan or less. Okay, or maybe between 10 to 15 yuan you can get some nice food. So that's about 2 to 3 Singapore dollars, which is about $1.50 to $2.30 US for a plate of food. It's quite cheap at the street food. You can see a KFC shop there. I seldom eat at Western fast foods when in China because I think it's pointless since KFC is so common in other countries, right? So when I go China, I try to eat the local China food rather than Western fast food. I do eat Western food, but only quite rarely, seldom, only sometimes. In fact, very rare if I'm in China. This shopping mall put a long heavy plastic over the entrance to the mall, so this way people can still walk in and out by pushing away the long heavy plastic, but at the same time the cold aircon air doesn't escape to the outside. So this way, because of the cold air in the mall not being able to escape to the outside, so there is less energy wastage. So the shopping mall will use less electricity. That's why they get those long heavy strips of plastic at the doorway to the shopping mall. I noticed that as I get further away from the city, the people looks to have darker skin, and the dressing style is also more like country style, like countryside style, or the more like a rural style of dressing, and not so sophisticated kind of dressing. Yeah? And then I think the people, because as they get further from the city, there are more farmers. So farmers, of course, whole day they work in the farm, right, or outdoor. That's why their skin is darker. This is what I noticed when I travel further from the city center. The people looks darker and darker, and then their clothes look more, what you call that, more country, more countryside style. This is my sharp observation. You see that the people that staying further from the city, look at their dressing, right? Normally, instead of wearing closed shoes, they wear slippers. Instead of wearing nice long pants, they will wear shorts. Instead of wearing long sleeve t-shirts, they will wear like singlets. And then sometimes they will lift up their shirt halfway to expose their big tummy. It's quite amusing, you know. It's just my observation. Everywhere I go in Guangzhou city, I see that yellow box. That is the power bank rental kiosk. Okay, you just use either Alipay or WeChat Pay app to scan onto the QR code on the box, on the yellow box. Then you can make a payment, and you can borrow a power bank from the yellow kiosk. After you have charged up your phone to a reasonable amount, you can return back to the same box at the same location, or you can return it back any other time to another different box in even another mall or another part of the city, because all the yellow box belong to the same company. I believe that the longer you rent the power bank, the higher the charge. And for me, I don't use it because I always carry 2 or 3 power bank in my bags, just in case my cell phone battery run down. These are rows of claw machines where you got to use your manual skills to try to claw the teddy bear, and if you do, you can get it as a prize. But you of course have to put certain money inside the machine to be able to play this game. Either you put the coins inside, or you scan the QR code and you can start to play the machine after doing payment. Shopping mall here is not as crowded with people as compared to the shopping malls that are located at Guangzhou's city center. This place, you can see, is more quiet, fewer customers. Those are massage chairs near to those two little kids. I'm looking around looking for long thick socks which I need because I'm wants to go snow skiing soon. So in that cold place I really need some very long thick socks. I managed to buy a few socks, but unfortunately it's not long and it's not thick. I'll try again another day to look for thicker, longer socks. Just now I walked out of the shopping mall, right? Then I walked one big round outside, and then I went in through another different entrance thinking that it was a different shopping mall, but turned out it's the same shopping mall again. That's why I'm back here, the same mall. This mall is very small compared to the shopping mall at the Guangzhou city center. This one is quite small. Just a few minutes I can cover the whole mall.
苗、老人及小孩。
It's very common and normal for the electric bike riders to ride on the pavement meant for pedestrians. Well, of course, it's safer for the electric bike riders to travel on the pavement, but for pedestrians, we have to be quite careful. Do not make a sudden turn because there might be an electric bike just behind you. I'm now walking slowly back to the KAISERDOM hotel. I want to go back to the hotel to properly unpack all my things, my clothes, arrange everything nicely, and then do some work online on my computer, and then shower and then sleep. I'm very glad that I brought my very long LAN cable, because with that I don't need to use Wi-Fi. I just plug my internet LAN cable between the browser or the modem, okay, between the modem or the router that is inside my hotel room. I plug it to the back of my mini computer, and I get quite fast internet, which is better than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi sometimes there's a signal problem, but by plugging my internet LAN cable between the router or modem to my back of my computer, my internet signal is very steady. This guy. Wait, I turn around. Okay, he asked me to help him with the weighing of his luggage. From where? Bangladesh. Okay. Holiday or business? Okay. Business or holiday?
Business.
Or business. Or you buy from China?
Yes, some clothes, stationery product.
At the hotel lobby, I met this Bangladesh businessman doing import-export kind of trading business. And then because he was looking for a weighing machine, the hotel lobby has a weighing machine, but another guest already borrowed the weighing machine and brought to his room, to his hotel room. So this Bangladesh businessman need a weighing machine, which the hotel front desk have but already borrowed away by another guest. So I went to take my own weighing machine. I always carry a mobile portable weighing machine, digital weighing machine with me. In fact, I carry two. So I went up to my hotel room and I came down again and lent him my digital weighing machine so he can weigh his luggage bags, so that he know whether his luggage is overweight or not. So he was quite happy about my help. And then we just chit-chat. I and him just chit-chat with each other at the hotel lobby. 没有旅游了，1个月。
1个月。在这边。
我已经在广州待了15天，这边。
我们中国的。你是我们的。
一起去那边了。嗨。
你上镜啊。
不要，我这样像个怨妇似的。
你躲在那边做什么？
我不要，我现在我上了10天夜班，我吃的又黑又臭。
I and the hotel front desk staffs just chit chat and joke and laugh and talk for a while, and then eventually by the time of, let's see, by the time of 11:21 p.m. at night, I decided to go back to my hotel room to shower and have a good rest. So that's how I passed away my time on 29th of September 2025. So this day was basically to transfer from YING Hotel at Guangzhou Center, moving northwards to KAISERDOM Hotel, which is a more remote area, so that I can be nearer to the snow ski center and to the Gulong Gorge waterfall, which is I plan to go on the following days to those places.